Russia has decided to OK extremist maps that depict Ukraine before the invasion. According to Tuesday's edition of the Vedomosti business newspaper, the Russian government has proposed legislative changes that would not punish mapmakers for displaying occupied territories as Ukrainian regions prior to their capture by Russian forces. The original bill proposing up to 15 days in jail or fines of up to 1 million rubles, $14,000, for extremist maps that dispute Russia's territorial integrity, was passed by the Russian lower house of parliament in December. The government has amended the bill so that it only considers maps extremist if they deliberately distort information about the Russian state border at the time of their creation, as reported by Vedomosti. In June, lawmakers will likely hold the second of 3 required readings of the bill before voting on it. After the bill passes both houses of parliament and is signed by President Putin, the amendment will officially become law in Russia. After invading Ukraine in February 2022, Russian forces have only managed a limited level of occupation in the cities of Donetsk, Luhansk, Kherson, and Zaporizhia, all located in the country's east and south. Putin said he had annexed all 4 regions last fall, despite the fact that the referendum results were hotly contested. Putin acknowledged the independence of the self-proclaimed Donetsk and Luhansk People's Republics, within borders over which rebel fighters did not have full control prior to his invasion of Ukraine. Russia's formal annexation of territory not fully controlled by Russian forces is unclear, according to the Kremlin. Vedomosti reports that on Monday, the Justice Ministry's amendments to the bill were approved by the government's Legislative Commission. Maps published before Moscow annexed the 4 partially occupied Ukrainian territories last fall, the ministry added, should not be subject to the proposed regulations. The publication cites interviews with experts who question whether the penalties would apply to extremist maps already in circulation before the bill is enacted. A border district raided by Russian militias supporting the Ukrainian government continued to be attacked overnight, prompting the governor of Russia's Belgorod region to issue a warning to locals not to return to their homes. Late on Monday night, drones attacked a customs facility and a local administration building used by the Russian FSB security service and the Interior Ministry. Earlier, it was reported that shelling had wounded the deputy head of the border district of Gravoron. The governor of the Belgorod region, Vyacheslav Gladkov, stated on Tuesday morning that the Gravoron district was still under a special counterterrorism regime and that the Russian Defense Ministry and other security agencies were still conducting a mopping up campaign. However, he also admitted early on Tuesday that security forces had not been able to reach a wounded couple. He reported later that they were taken out of harm's way and given medical attention for their shrapnel wounds. After fighting broke out in several border villages and a town along the border in a rare cross-border raid into Russia, he confirmed that residents of the district were evacuated from their homes on Monday and placed in temporary housing. For now you should not return to your homes, Gladkov said in a video from the border area posted on Tuesday morning. Videos of Russian helicopters dropping flares over a local town were posted online, while drone footage from Ukrainian media showed smoke rising from a village following shelling. The Russian side of the border rarely sees such scenes, but they have become commonplace in Ukrainian cities and towns under Russian attack. The raid across the border, led by 2 militias whose commanders claim to be Russians fighting to free the country from Vladimir Putin's rule, is being viewed as a possible, shaping operation designed to divert Russian attention on the battlefield before a Ukrainian counteroffensive. Anti-Putin fighters with ties to Russia's far right have posted videos online in which they declare the border to be split open, and claim to have captured a Russian APC.